So, the film will focus on the valiant representatives of the Wu Yin dynasty, who stood up to protect the earth from the destructive forces that are hungry for the death of human civilization. Possessing secret knowledge, the brothers and sisters of the dynasty for centuries. They restrained and defeated the demons, but this time they faced an incredibly powerful opponent, and, as never before, are close to defeat. There is no way to do without the great power of Dunjia, and each of the parties will strive to seize it. At the beginning of the story, a giant meteorite falls to Earth, and the forests around will light up with an alarming scarlet glow. At the same time, people in the town of Kaifeng continue to do their everyday business in the ranks of the replenishment police. Rookie Dao has started his duties, but the local cheaters want to get rid of an honest policeman. In order for Dao to fail the first task, he is given false portraits of criminals. The law enforcement officer conscientiously undertakes a search and interviews sellers in the market, ignoring the creepy-looking woman, who warns him about the stupidity of this venture. Suddenly, Dao notices a man who looks like the one who is wanted and secretly follows him. The woman he was talking to checks with the magical demon detector and also goes after the suspect. A man with a fish in a vessel comes to the inn and argues with the owner, who does not give him a room, referring to a fictional ban on pets. Then the man threatens to eat the fish, which makes the owner laugh. But suddenly the fish grows into a huge three-eyed monster fish and devours its owner. While she is preparing to have a snack with the innkeeper, Dao rushes out of her hiding place and saves the poor guy. A strange woman from the market joins the fight, and the fish does not have to run. The woman chases her through the air, first turning into a piece of cloth, and then into a monk. Ribana leads her pursuers to the house of those, where Dao finally sees the true face of his unexpected assistant. This is a sister from the Wind clan, named Dragonfly, a young, beautiful, and very dangerous girl. She tracks down a cleverly hidden fish and catches it with an enchanted net. Finally, she takes the panel with secret signs and erases Devout's memory of this chase. Dragonfly returns to the secret underground base of the clan, where one of the elders, the first brother, guesses that the caught fish is a trap. The monster wanted the girl to catch him and bring him here, and thus gave away a secret place. The elder sends the second brother Yun to search for the key left by the last head of the clan, which should lead to the owner of the Dunjia power. And he himself goes to the city of Lu to meet with the master, in whose hands there was a legendary weapon called the Killer of the Gods. The second brother, following the sign left behind, ends up in a hospital where unusual and sometimes dangerous patients are kept. He pretends to be a blind but talented medical student and seeks permission to take up the treatment of any of them. To the horror of his escorts, he chooses the patient's room, from which no one has ever returned. And he descends into the dungeon, noticing along the way long deep scratches left everywhere on the hard stone. Downstairs, he finds a fragile young girl who doesn't remember anything about her past, not even her name, but doesn't look sick at all. On the girl's hand, Yun notices a symbol repeating the one that was left by his follower, by the last head of the clan, and names the girl a circle in honor of this symbol. Suddenly, during the meal, the girl begins to lose her human form and turns into a huge creature. The screams from the dungeon mean to those waiting outside that the blind doctor has suffered the saddest fate. At the same time, a red demon is released from a meteorite that has crashed to the ground. People are beginning to notice more and more obvious signs of impending disaster. Earthworms cover the ground under your feet, and there is a strong earthquake in the city of Kaifeng. Dragonfly and his brothers understand that all these troubles from the dark forces of evil are emitted underground in search of a lair. There also happens to be a guardian of the Order of Dao. A huge cave is discovered underground, in the center of which lies a chain ball. The name of the Wang clan is carved on it. Suddenly, a monster from a meteorite enters the cave and breaks the chains on the ball with its furious cry. A black demon with huge wings rises from there and easily plunges all the brothers into yin. Dragonfly is the only one who is able to resist. but she also loses her last strength in an unequal battle and would have died if not for Dao. A brave guy rushes at the monster to save the girl's life and gets seriously injured. The demon cuts off his leg and burns his hand. The dragonfly immediately repays the debt and snatches the Dao from the monster's clutches. The brothers manage to arrange an explosion. Under the cover of smoke, everyone gets out of the cave and returns to their hiding place. At this time, the second brother returns unharmed, who managed to curb the power that prevails over the circle. He assures the clan members that this girl, according to the signs, is none other than their new leader. The brothers and Dragonfly believe that Yun made a mistake and are very reluctant to let the girl stay with them. Dragonfly erases Tao's memory again and explains to him that he lost an arm and a leg during an important assignment in the service. The brothers make him prosthetics and take pity on him, with him on a trip to the city of Lu, where they should meet the first brother. At this time, the Master of Weapons gathers the heads of the 5 clans to find out the true nature of the legendary killer of the gods. He solemnly opens the lid of the box where the greatest is kept. A weapon, but it's empty inside. Then the head of the Tang clan takes the box in his hands, and under the influence of his power, it begins to transform. And from it comes a shining sphere of the killer of gods with a soft blue light. Then the other clan heads also use their power and magical abilities, and a magnificent blade is born. It is not hidden from the eyes of the Master of Weapons that only the head of the Dao clan did nothing to reveal the true nature of the killer of gods. In addition, he exudes the same aura that was inherent in the demon fish. It turns out that the first brother was in the guise of a Master of Weapons all the time. He sees with hidden vision that the real head of the Dao clan has been killed, and his body has been taken over by a demonic entity. The red and black demons that the 3 goats used to fight came to get the legendary weapon. The black demon takes the blade from the hands of the head of the fire clan and declares that he has made all the leaders of the clan in his puppets. The red demon snatches the god slayer from the first brother, and the former allies attack him, obeying the will of the black demon. He has to resist the power of water and fire, as well as dodge the wreckage of a huge statue. The demons will use all their strength to finally finish off the Wu Yin clan, destroying their strongest elder. Dragonfly and his brothers are also not sweet on the way to the city of Lu. On the way, they get caught in a sandstorm and take refuge in an abandoned castle. There, the circle loses control of its power again and turns into a giant bird like a phoenix. She almost finished with her brothers, but still Yun managed to reach her heart, and the girl came to her senses again. Although, of course, the brothers' love for her was not added. In the city, the whole team stops at a small hotel, and Dao decides that it's time for him to leave so as not to burden others. He comes in to say goodbye to the circle, and the girl shows him her incredible ability to bring back to life what died. Under her influence, Tao's arm and leg regenerate, but the girl herself has given too much energy and loses strength. At this moment, the dragonfly detects a demonic presence, and the brothers are attacked by the leader of the Tang clan. He tries to deal with them with the help of many sharp flying discs, and in a fight, he poisons the dragonfly's hand with the power of his magic. The girl is desperately trying to continue the fight to protect her brothers. But then, to everyone's surprise, Dao intervenes in the fight and takes control of Tang's flying discs. He turns them against his owner and almost kills him when the leader of the Fire Clan appears and kills Tan himself. What does he intend to make of the Dao? But the guy now has incredible strength, and the Fire Clan remains without its leader. Dragonfly and the brothers are helped by a Master of Weapons, who promises to take them to the first brother. He takes them to a remote forest, where it is revealed that he is the first brother. While the circle is still exhausted after Tao's healing, he informs the brothers that she is not their new leader at all, as Yun thought. On the contrary, a demon weapon sent to destroy the Wu Yin clan. Who is very attached to the girl, agrees that she will be killed by a dragonfly, which has never had particularly kind feelings for her. But the dragonfly, instead of striking, tenderly touches the face of the mug, which had previously healed her hand. Then, the first brother himself prepares for the final blow, but someone who looks exactly like the first brother rushes to the aid of the mug. It turns out that the head of the Death Clan took the form of the first brother in order to destroy all of the Wu. The weakened and wounded brothers are also attacked by the head of the Water Clan. He lifts up the heir of the first brother, Yuno and Dragonfly, and almost brings the matter to an end, when the circle with the last of its strength sends a wooden arrow into his chest. Yun regains consciousness and discovers that the circle has given its last strength to heal their wounds. The girl dies in his arms. At the same time, Yun sees a vision in which the last leader of their clan informs that the circle is theirs. The new real head, as well as the owner of the Dunjia power. Her mission is to save humanity. The first brother explains that before his death, the circle shared its power with them all, and now the brothers must protect from monsters. Later, the brothers, along with Dao, who has become part of their clan, engage in battle with the black and red demons. The power of the Wayang clan has really increased 100-fold, and the red demon has to resort to the power of the God Slayer. The weapon creates an infinite number of bombs floating in the air, and Dao tries to cover the dragonfly with his body. At the crucial moment, a phoenix is released from under the burial stone of the circle and takes the bombs away from the people. The demons attack the giant bird together, but it turns the bombs against them, and the monsters die in a giant explosion. The circle takes the form of a girl again, and leads the Wu Yin clan in the fight against new threats to humanity. Fantasy in Chinese, I unexpectedly liked the movie. It can't be called boring or predictable in any way, and it was clearly not filmed on the knee. The European viewer may be a little tired of the amount of absurdity that is happening, but if, as I asked, you put aside the usual patterns, you can really enjoy watching. Thank you for being with me today. Like and subscribe to the channel. New reviews will be even cooler. Bye and see you all again.